Massive win on the road for the aforementioned Virginia Cavaliers. They go to Louisville and win in overtime yet again for the second straight week, 30-27. Louisville gets the ball first in overtime, kicks a field goal. They get down to the 3-yard line, and Chandler Morris goes down and has to come out from the game. And so it's there, and I believe it was third down. It was like they have
Third
to.
and 1, yeah.
Everyone knew they were going to run the ball, and they run the ball, and it doesn't matter that Louisville knew they were going to run the ball. They pick up the 3 yards and win. Chandler Morris is fine. They said he could have come back into the game if, after that. Say they get the first down, but don't get the touchdown, he would have come back in. But it was a little scary because he took a shot.
It's the perfect way you want to play overtime. 4 positive plays, 14-yard pass, 2-yard run, 7-yard run, 2-yard run for a touchdown.
Yeah. Great ball. A huge win. That was arguably their toughest game left on their schedule.
Yes.
And it's yet another ACC win. Didn't necessarily go how I anticipated in that, we talked in the pregame, oh, Chandler Morris probably will turn the ball over a couple times, but, you just have to live with that. He didn't really have much success through the air, and the Virginia offense as a whole really struggled.
Yeah.
But they get 2 defensive touchdowns, a 47-yard pick six on I don't know what Miller Moss was doing, to be honest. Bad decision, and then
he was trying to look a little Mahomey, and if it had worked, it would have been Mahomey.
It did not work. And then a 67-yard, I believe, scoop and score.
Yeah.
And that really was the difference.
100%. Virginia had 237 total yards.
Yeah. It was bad.
So the 2 defensive touchdowns helped them out a ton.
It's just
they made it to the red zone one time.
Yeah, if I'm a Louisville fan or a Louisville defensive player, I'm pretty pissed because this defense has established itself as a great unit, especially on that defensive line. Virginia ran for under 3 yards per carry, which Louisville did as well, so that's not great either. But they're always going to be more of a passing attack team. Just absolutely thwarted UVA's offense. UVA's longest offensive drive in the second half was 26 yards.
Diabolical.
But they win the game because of the 2 defensive touchdowns. So shout out Virginia's defense for coming to play. It's not the unit that gets the most love on the team. They're considered an offense-first team. But they went on the road. Defense travels.
Defense has kind of helped them both weeks.
Yeah,
Defense
100%.
kind of won it against Florida State last week.
They're becoming a very opportunistic group at the very least.
That's exactly what you want. If your defense isn't going to lock down, you want them to take advantage of the big moments.
Agreed.
And just play complementary football all across the board. And winning games like that really, really help you because winning is hard.
Yeah.
And if you have to go out there and win, 8 games in the ACC and win these games yourself, it can be it's hard to do that 8 times. But when you're handed games like this and you take advantage of big opportunities, it helps you a ton in the long run. Like Tennessee is going to benefit a ton from the fact that they were able to win here at State because now they continue to stay in playoff consideration. They continue even to stay in SEC championship consideration. And they were not playing good football that day, but they were able to win, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters. And for Virginia, this is going to help them a ton because now it almost feels like it's a 3-man race in the ACC, at least at this point, and it's really just going to be a battle of who's going to lose first.
Yeah.
And those 3 teams being Miami, Georgia Tech, and Virginia, who are all 3 undefeated. None of them play each other, and all of them, Virginia, I think, is going to be the only one that's not favored in all of their games going forward, and that would be at Duke. But for these 3 teams, they're going to be favored in 90% of their games going forward.
Yeah. Agreed. And not only will they be favored, but all of them have shown they can win close games, like you said about UVA. But Miami's done the same, and Georgia Tech has done the same. So it's college football. One of them will choke a game away at some point, I'm sure. But they've shown they know how to win all 3 of them. So I really can't wait to watch that race. I don't think we would have had Virginia as the 3rd team in that pairing in the preseason. It would have been a Clemson or maybe a Florida State.
Definitely not.
Or an SMU.
I'm going to go look and see what their preseason odds were.
Yeah, it's
Please
crazy.
do.
And the fact that they miss playing each other, Georgia Tech, Miami, and Virginia, not Louisville. Georgia Tech, Miami, Virginia, none of the 3 of them play each other. It's crazy. What do we got, JP? Preseason odds.
Their preseason, they were the 4th worst odds in the ACC at plus 12,000 to win the ACC.
That's
Teams that
crazy.
had better odds than them are, of course, Clemson, but Virginia Tech had better odds. Boston College.
Disrespectful.
They were the 4th worst odds.
So $100 makes 12,000.
Correct.
Man, I'm gonna go put some money down on UVA at those
mean,
odds.
To be fair,
It's 120x.
as good as they've looked, I don't necessarily like their odds in a potential Miami championship game matchup.
No.
Yes, agreed.
Did they have odds to make the championship?
I wouldn't. I'd have to go deep search for that.
Nah, you good then. It's all
But
irrelevant.
that'd be something you'd cash out once they
True.
got to the ACC championship
True.
game.
Very true. But yeah, big win for UVA. I think it's like I haven't been respecting them, and I think that this was a secondary, not a big. They'd made the statement last week beating Florida State, but then they get a win on the road. I think it's another win, and those things kind of stack up. You start to make a name for yourself for UVA. Definitely will be ranking them higher this week because
Sure.
that's a gutsy win for them. But for Louisville, I mean, the path to a successful season is still very much there. You got to go to Miami, but other than that, I had their schedule put up. I think you go to SMU.
Virginia?
No, not Virginia, Louisville.
Oh, okay.
Louisville still has some opportunities left. Clemson at home, on the road at Miami, on the road at SMU. You finish at 10-2. Maybe you get an outside shot as a playoff bid. You finish 11-1 with a win over Miami. Absolutely in the playoffs. So Louisville's season is far from over. And they've looked good being undefeated through the first 5 weeks. So
Sure. It is just like, I get it's like far from over. This feels like a missed opportunity because if they
sure.
win this game, then we're having the conversation we just had about Virginia, about Louisville.
yeah,
But they couldn't get the job done. And so now it's, try to regroup and still try to have a successful season. But you got to be just killing yourself about the 2 defensive turnovers.